What is up, pro wrestling fans? Welcome back to the Royal Ramble. I'm your beautiful host, John Kevy Cole. We're here with Tommy Thomason, Justin Hicks, Lyndon Childers, Michael Lee Wills. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. A lot going on in the wrestling world. WWE is on fire right now. We'll get to the pros and cons here shortly. Of course, we got our weekly topic, which we're going to get into here in a little while. First and foremost, gentlemen, how are we doing this evening? Everybody
We
just
doing.
throw out a thumb. All right, I'll talk all damn night. You know me. I ain't afraid to talk. That being
We're
said,
not trying to talk above each other, John. That's what you want. We don't want to talk over each other.
that's correct. I do
So
not still. Am I going to have to say your name to make sure that you're talking? Tommy, how you doing, buddy?
no, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to figure out where that pretty host or whatever it was that you talking about. 'Cause I know you about half right. You're the host, but yeah,
Lyndon, how you
let
doing?
know.
Told you.
Doing good, colder than shit down here, but doing good.
That's an anomaly down there in Georgia, isn't it?
I know, right? Doesn't make sense at all.
Justin Hicks, how's Wyoming County treating you, my man?
That's going, brother. That's going. I'm alive.
That is one of the best ventriloquist acts I've ever seen in my life. The Wyoming County internet is messing with you. Like, we heard you
Yeah.
talk. Your lips didn't move for like 4 seconds. That was great.
That was good.
It's a neat little trick that you get used to with the wonderful internet services here that Wyoming County provides.
I'm just glad that I'm not hearing impaired because then I'd be trying to read your lips and I'd be like, what's going on over there? I can't
Yeah,
see. Michael Lee
bad
Wills,
part in the middle.
Michael Wills, you look down in the dumps, buddy. You okay over there?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine.
I think the champ's probably been on his ass here lately. He's tore all the hell, Tom. What do you think?
I think you're right. He looks like he's down in the dumps. Looks like
Yeah.
his dog got kicked off the porch or something. I don't know what's going on over
I mean,
there.
did you make a bet on the wrong team? Because I mean, if you bet it on the 49ers, that's your own fault.
Hey, listen, don't start on that, okay? Because if I were a betting man, I would have bet on the 49ers. And obviously, you've seen what happened. But anyway, I digress. This is not a NFL ramble or a Fighting Taylor Swift ramble. This is the Royal Ramble. This is about football or wrestling show. My good buddy Matt Epling in the chat, he said LOL. I'm not sure what he's LOLing, but something's funny. And the judge is in here with us. She said, all rise for the honorable judge.
Uh,
No, it's for the Judgment Day. What the hell are you talking about? It's not all rise for the judge. It's all rise for the Judgment Day. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. That has appeared to start growing, which we're going to get to here shortly. Before we do, though, we're going to let everybody know later on in the show we're going to be discussing our topic. And this week's topic is who is the best on screen couple in history? So many great options. Obviously, they don't have to be one of the people on the list, but that is a couple choices that I put up there. We're going to get to that later on in the show. But for now, it's time for the pros and the cons. All right, I have turned over a new leaf this year. Usually, I go hard on the cons as often as I can, but I'm trying to be more positive this week, this season.
Whoa.
Um, I'm just drinking Pepsi tonight, so that's an upgrade. Doing all right. Oh my gosh, we got an OG in the house, Sunny Salem. Says hello, Ramblers.
Nah, Sonny's not in
Wow.
there. No, she's not. Wow. Hi, Sonny. What you doing? Miss you,
I,
bud.
I,
Need you here to talk with. These jackasses still don't know nothing about TNA.
Sonny. But we'd like it back anytime. Anytime. Just please, don't bore us with that TNA Impact stuff. That being
Hey,
said,
get it right. TNA Wrestling.
after all I just said right there, we're going to start with the cons. And the first con I have for the week is out of nowhere, like an RKO out of nowhere. TNA fires Scott D'Amore. What?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
I
that. Cause I still feel some kind of way about it. Yeah.
That's why we're here.
I do want. Sorry, go ahead, John.
No, you're good. Megan says, obviously, the champion, Michael Lee Wills. Why are we even asking this question? Calm down, Megs. We're not even on that segment yet. We know you and Mike Wills are the best wrestling couple. Mike, you need to get your champ under control. She's jumping over here.
And like, what is? Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Anyways, back to TNA.
Yeah, since we're talking about cons, go ahead.
I mean, well, see, because reading more onto it, because you know how they do. They don't say much the day of they bring the news, but apparently it had everything to do with asking more for a budget to bring in, more wrestlers, which that's understandable. Like, why wouldn't you want to ask for a bigger budget and this and that? But
Yeah, I read that as well.
yeah,
And personally, I think
and
that there's more to it than that. That's just what they're giving us.
I do too. Because now you got a locker room that's like, there's the only reason I was still here was because of Scott. You gonna fire him? Like, why?
I was say it was popular in the dressing room. That whole locker room loved him. You don't hear nothing negative about him.
That's
And all of a sudden,
2.0 in the Tommy.
what's that now?
Scott D'Amore, that's Gary Dameron 2.0, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. 'Cause Gary's the same way, but Gary's awesome. But
I'm
yeah, you're exactly right.
talking visually. I don't know how his business politics are in the locker room. I was just saying visually. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, Gary's a real good guy. I love Gary. I did some stuff for Gary, so yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Gary's top notch.
like some sexual stuff with Gary?
No. I've hauled rings and
No, okay.
stole purse. I've never wrestled for Gary.
Here on the Royal Ramble this evening.
But that was the last Royal Ramble we talked about all that stuff happening, but
Justin, how
As-
about TNA, man, and I was firing at Scott D'Amore?
I do have a question. Anthem does own TNA Wrestling outright, correct?
Not outright. I don't think
Not
outright
outright.
they don't own TNA outright. They just bought into it during
Okay.
that whole after Dixie stuff. So,
All right. Well, this is still I don't know how much say so they have, but when the Axis deal went through, I remember some New Japan stuff. I guess New Japan was wanting to go away for a minute. Do you remember this, Lyndon? Some a
yeah.
few years back, Anthem was really involved in the television deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just, man, do they need to put pride aside and just be like, hey, look, we need to do what's, I'm not being cliche or too catchy, best for air business right now, or
They're not going to do that.
I think they're just
You wanna
being
know?
cheap. I mean, because think about it.
No.
Scott
Did you
D'Amore,
see what their statement said? They
I
said they were trying to go globally, remember? And their statement. They wanted to go globally and put TNA more in the global aspect. I'm like, so y'all trying to be WWE is basically what you're saying is why you fired Scott.
see, that makes no sense. Double negative, right?
Nobody, this is what companies are forgetting. Y'all can't be WWE. That's not fitting to happen. You're not, with TNA is never going to sell out like WWE does for an event.
I think you speak besides your mouth because I don't think for a minute anybody involved with TNA thinks that they're anywhere near or can see in the horizon where they would compete with the WWE. Anybody that thinks they can compete with the WWE is they're confused. That's one thing that really upsets me about the whole Scott D'Amore thing. Allegedly, it was him that had the relationship with Triple H and the WWE. So, any idea of any kind of crossovers more than the Royal Rumble spot that we've seen? Gone.
That's done now. Only because the man basically asked for a budget, some
Allegedly.
more budget, and I guess the owner of
That's what
Anthem,
about
I guess the owner of Anthem had a problem with that.
I'm going to cut you off. That's one thing I hate about the dirt sheets, and I hate that about you as well because sometimes you speak on the dirt sheets as it's a gospel. We do not know for sure
No.
that that's what happened. That's what, like I said earlier, that's what they're giving us. We don't know all the ins and outs. There could, he could have had a threesome with Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon for all we know. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Hey, Sonny, if you're in the chat, you want to, check my facts?
Yeah, check that stupid TNA shit. Anybody else got anything relevant you want to talk about? Any cons?
Well, I just brought the Anthem thing up because I wonder if they're too involved, too invested, thinking too big, too quickly, just like they did years ago in New Japan. I may be mistaken here, Lyndon. You'll know.
Well, from what Sonny said, Anthem owns TNA outright.
Okay.
We've
I know they
tried to divert you guys out of the weeds. We've already spent about 8 minutes on TNA wrestling. You got to do better than that.
Well, was there really anything bad in AEW?
And I started it. That's the bad thing. I started it.
So this is your fault.
It is. Okay, Tommy Thompson. Tommy Thompson. Do you have any cons? I mean, I would say other than TNA, but I don't want to take that away from you. Do you have any cons that you want to discuss?
I'd tell you one that's really just highly confusing to me is how come they're throwing Cody in so many feuds right now. You got like Drew McIntyre, you got the thing with the Rock. I mean, he's got to work with Roman. That should be the main feud, but now you're throwing Drew in it, and I mean I can see the Rock thing
This
because of the bloodline.
This upsets me, Tommy.
MJF, do we not
Why?
remember that?
If let me shut your mouth, I'll tell you why.
All right.
Wrestling is better when there's many irons in the fire. That's one of my favorite things about the WWE currently is there are so many branches, if you will, of storylines going on. You mentioned Drew McIntyre. Cody being linked up with him in a way. Okay, look at Drew McIntyre. He's got stuff going on with Sami Zayn. He got stuff going on with Seth Rollins. He got stuff going on with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. I love it. It helps me personally. This is just me talking, obviously. I'm not going to speak in facts like Lyndon over there. This is just me. I love it. I love it because it helps with the it helps with booking because it takes me back to the old verbiage of anything can happen in the WWE. If you already have seeds planted, then you don't have to plant seeds to get to another storyline. It's long-term storytelling is what it is. I mean, you got all these different possibilities going on right now. And I love it personally. Like I said, that may just be me. I may be the minority on the show here. But I love it. Lyndon, how do you feel about it?
I mean, like we look at this situation, then like look at what the whole spiel MJF was doing. He was getting mixed into different storylines with different people. So it's actually not bad. And this is, of course, on part of you kind of have to adapt to what you got and what you're dealing with. So I mean, you can have Drew entangled with Sammy, Sammy entangled with Drew, and then Sammy entangled with Shinsuke. Then it's like you got everybody kind of,
So,
like for instance, R-Truth with the Judgment Day.
Tommy, in case you're taking notes there, that Lennon agreed with me again. So shut up,
Oh,
Chigger.
I can see you agreeing with you. I see you
No,
agreeing with me.
I mean, look at R-Truth. Like, look at R-Truth. He's part of Judgment Day until he has to fight Judgment Day.
Right, but that's just one group,
So
folks.
I mean,
Right.
no, because then you got Miz and Truth, and now you got, Sean and Hunter and Tommaso and Johnny Gargano.
We have not heard how the first lady of the show feels about this. Michael Lee Wills, how do you feel about this whole branches of angle?
Branches of
Well, I wanted to offer a comment on that, if I may. I have a separate con, but we'll address what Tommy first brought up. In regards to all the feuds that they are throwing Cody Rhodes in, to John Covey Cole, I'll give you your credit. You did make the comment that you appreciate how, or maybe not appreciate's the right word, how I come at this as a wrestling fan. As a wrestling fan, here's what I'm thinking. Storyline and in real life, yes, Rock is on the committee or one of the directors, whatever you want to call him, be that as it may. Let's think about this. This is a wonderful and perfect setup for making Cody Rhodes even more of a Rocky Balboa type. Hear me out. So he is putting all these feuds. We've got 2 months to WrestleMania. As it stands now, Cody and Roman. Okay, Rock is in the mix. All those other folks are in the mix. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking they're doing as part of a storyline. They are going to absolutely beat Cody Rhodes within an inch of his life, make him injured, so that when he comes into the WrestleMania moment, him and Roman, he is going to be beat up beyond all recognition. And somehow, some way, he finally goes over, and it may be one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time because he overcame all the odds, everybody beating on him, the management or whatever, storyline, kayfabe, whatever. And that's what I'm thinking is that's why they're putting him in all of these storylines, is they're going to make him an even more over, underdog hero because he's going to get beat up by everybody before he finally gets his final moment.
So that's what you think. To quote one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, with all due respect, Mr. Wills, it doesn't matter what you think. Justin, how do you feel
I'm used to that.
about Tommy's comment? Let's we got to move this by a little faster, guys, because we got a lot to get to. But yeah, how do you feel, Justin, about the too many?
I'll be quick about it. I'm actually going to agree with Tommy just because. I mean, I like to be surprised a little bit. We don't know where night one's going to lead. I would rather. I know we're still 60 some days away from this pay per view or 50, whatever it is. I want to see a Jimmy versus Jey Uso night one main event. I want to see something different. And I heard a friend of mine be like, "Well, I'm hearing it could be Seth and Cody versus, Seth and Cody versus The Rock and Roman." Apologize. Then he's mixed in with the Drew thing. I see what you're saying. You're giving yourself outs like in a poker game, right? You're okay. Well, if this happens on the river, here we are. But I would like to see a few more guys utilized against one another. Say, I don't know, Gunther and Drew McIntyre, which I think we got that at Mania last year. Priest, I'm a big Damian Priest guy. Throw him on the map a little more. Again, I've missed a little bit of wrestling here and there, but I don't know. I just want to see a little more shine instead of Cody in like 7 feuds at one time. But I can see it being a pro work on.
To talk about this for another half an hour, and I could continue to bury Tommy and your opinion also, Justin. But I'm not going to do that because we got to keep it moving. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, whether it be right or wrong. That's why we're here. Justin, I need a con, bro. What do you got? What do you not like out there?
Con. I do not like. Man, let's see for a second. I do not like the fact that Pat McAfee has to travel the entire globe. I don't know. I don't really have a con. I'll say right now it's on fire. Wrestling's just fun to watch right now.
Tommy,
I don't have.
tell I didn't like him shitting on my boy.
Well, no, what he's saying is the poor guy's got to do his show in Indianapolis in the morning, jump on a
Yeah,
plane, and then go do Raw.
I know what he's saying, but still, any McAfee is a thumbs down in my book. Good on him. Michael Lee Wills, you
no,
got
I love Pat. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Mike Wills, you
it's
got
to his benefit.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Pat McAfee is a millionaire who gets paid to talk, so wham. But here's my con. We all know the big controversy, the big scandal that's happening in WWE, and innocent till proven guilty, be that as it may. I think my biggest con is the fact that Brock Lesnar's daughter in real life, college athlete, and he was there with her in the finals for shot put or whatever. And it's just tragic to me, whether the man did it or not. His daughter has to go through that, and I just think it's a tragedy for the family and everybody involved. That's the con.
yeah, it is unfortunate. I hate to look at it like this.
Really?
For me, that you made your bed, Brock. You got to sleep in it. I mean, unfortunately, the people tied to you are tied to you, but it is what it is.
Listen, guys, it isn't the atomic bomb that kills most people, it's the fallout. And so Brock and Vince, they get what they deserve, but look at all the people they hurt. Okay. Vince's family, that's one thing. They're all grown ups, they're all millionaires. We're talking about a kid, man.
It's
And that's what I
look.
She's in
I can,
college, but
I can fine. At least Vince is. Vince went to the shower and cleaned up. Vince is okay. Uh, Lyndon, do you got a con for me so we can move this thing along?
yes, I have a con, which is basically dealing with Tony Khan. uh, basically, my only con with Tony Khan was him trying to play off the fact that Rossi Agawa was let go as president for Stardom
Huh?
in Japan.
Right.
Basically, same time as Scott D'Amore getting fired from TNA. Rossi got nixed as president for Stardom.
They was over there with Brock
Promotion.
and Vince too.
So, but that was they just terminated that outfit. So that promotion, that was my only con. But Tony Khan was just making a fool of himself on Twitter and laughing at the fact that Rossi was let go because apparently Rossi was holding talent away from AEW. But I'm like, bro, I don't blame him. Look at your women's roster. You don't know what the frick to do.
I actually watched Dynamite last week. First time I've watched in a long time. Before I move on to the pros, though, Chris Morgan said, "Who the hell thought it was a good idea to bring back B-Fab with Bobby and the Prophets?"
I noticed that last night.
Triple H.
Work, but whatever. Some people might get behind it, but I could care less. Let's go to the pros now. Like I said, we got a lot to get to. We got to keep it moving. I got a couple things here I'll touch on, then we'll bounce around and try to move the pros along a little faster than we did the cons. One thing I noticed last night was that the black ring apron on Raw was back instead of being red, it was black, and I thought that looked a lot better. Kind of got more of an old school look to it, I guess. I don't know. I really like that. I'm just going to brush over top of this, but there's so much we could dive into. The WrestleMania kickoff on Thursday in Las Vegas was phenomenal. I did not see them turning the Rock heel, but I absolutely am here for it. What's the matter, Lyndon? You got something on your lip or you smell, bud? What's wrong?
You didn't know he was turning heel after said Cody crybabies on the Pat McAfee show?
That was the same day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from the last time we seen him on WWE TV until we seen him at the kickoff. I didn't think for a second there was going to be.
They worked themselves into a work.
Pretty much.
Or into a shoot.
Pretty much.
Either way, one of the two is what they did. Because that's why I said the question's like, so.
Like I said, I'm
going
to move. I'm going to brush past that because I don't want to sit and talk about it for 30 minutes. We ain't got time. Okay, we don't have time. That's why I'm not discussing it. It's best for business. That's all I want to say. But yeah, you're right. They have, whatever. You can have your opinion. You like TNA. We know your opinion ain't worth a shit. And the last thing I got for pros was the Young Bucks coming in and beating the shit out of Sting and Darby in the white suits and getting the blood all over the suits. I don't know if y'all seen that. That was a great visual. I'm loving Nicholas and Matthew. It's really entertaining to me. But yeah, that's my pros in a nutshell. You see how fast that was, guys? Let's keep it moving. Tommy, let me hear some pros.
I tell you one thing I'm really liking since Kevin Dunn's been gone is the production value of the WWE shows, the little vignettes they run with the guys coming out to the ring and stuff. That is a really big pro. I've noticed it more the last couple weeks of the production value of the shows. Yes.
Yeah, he was setting his ways. He didn't want to try anything new. Seemed like.
Right.
Now I know what you're talking about because there was some shots on SmackDown that I've never seen him do, like the camera in front of the wrestler walking through the hallway. That was very cool to see him do that. I mean, that's something you never seen before. What else you got, Tommy?
And of course the kickoff show. That's about all I've really got. Like say that and the kickoff show and Monday Night Raw seemed like it was really great this week.
Don't get started on the kickoff show. He's got stuff to talk about. Justin, here's the pros, bro.
I'm gonna agree with you guys. The kickoff show and all the eyes that was put on WWE at the home of the Super Bowl this year, and I'm gonna agree with Tommy again. Raw last night, what I got to watch of it was great. I like the Cody and Seth talking segment. That's and the Drew interference later in the night in that Nakamura and Sami Zayn match. I really enjoyed that. Me personally, been a good week though. Good wrestling week.
Nakamura is a gem. People was not gonna realize how great he was till he's gone, but he's amazing.
Yeah, that was his opening match when he first came to WWE, right, against Sammy.
It was
one of those NXT takeover.
NXT Takeover Dallas. It was beautiful.
It was. That was a.
It was a beautiful match.
Michael Lee Wills, I know you looked down the dumps over it, buddy. You got any pros for the week?
I have two, actually. As y'all know, I'm a mark for Mike the Miz Mizanin. I'm really enjoying the new, I wouldn't say new, but the skill set that he's now bringing out. It's almost a renaissance of what the Miz used to be back in the day, but he's still 41 years old, still in his prime. I just worry about where they're going to take him from here. I mean, he's already over. I've always liked the Miz as a face because I thought he was a symbol of what an everyman could do coming from, reality TV such as it is and then doing that. I'm really liking what he's doing in the ring now. And my other pro, just like everybody else, the kickoff show, I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the storytelling. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact they put the EST on there basically just to, promote her new reality show. I would have rather seen Bayley, winning the Royal Rumble and have her there instead of, Bianca. But other than that, those are my two cons.
Shining bright again because me personally, I think that's to coin the term again, best for business. They're obviously have intentionally been showing a lack of respect to Bayley. Leaving her off of posters, not putting her on the kickoff show. That's going to make her win at WrestleMania mean that much more, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Can't
That goes along with what I said about Cody Rhodes with the path they may be putting him on. So yeah, I'm with you on that. That's twice in one show that I've agreed with you, John.
I want to see
That's
a video of Cody Rhodes doing some plumbing. That's what I want to see. Lyndon, what kind of pros you got?
Let's see. First pro, Trick Mello Gang. We all saw this coming, right? But it was beautiful. Carmelo Hayes doing dirty work to Trick after his championship match. Everything on it was just kind of perfect. And we kind of knew this was coming, but seeing it unfold was kind of good to see with Mello. So, their match at Stand and Deliver is going to be a great one before Mello decides to basically get called up at this point. Then my other pro would have to be the whole thing with Bayley turning face now, and of course we saw how that transpired. Io, Asuka,
There's
Kairi.
a good possibility that Dakota Kai is not with Bayley.
Bro, trust me, I feel like she's not.
Right.
I really do.
Because they didn't give us there to say, yeah, she kicked her ass. She's definitely with Bayley. You know what I mean?
She grabbed the chair. She just grabbed the chair. Was like, yeah. I feel like there's something there, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But either way, regardless, Bayley's winning that title at Mania from Io. But that was the whole thing we've been waiting on. Was okay. So when's Damage Control gonna have the breakup? It's here. It was great. It's good. So that was my pros a little bit.
Me personally, I was never jacked about Damage Control to begin with. But then again, you guys know how I feel about women's wrestling. There's a few that I enjoy their character work, but as far as the wrestling goes, I'm not too enamored by it. Call it sexist if you will, but I call a spade a spade. I mean, and if it's good, it's good. If it's shit, it's shit. But that's just me.
Yeah, at least you just said that was sexist.
I'm sorry, Fleet.
I did what I'm told.
She said she did what she told you. Said
What?
She said she just did what she was told because you said just say if I was sexist.
Yeah, it's hard to understand cornbread sometimes, Tommy. We'll keep it moving.
Aye.
And hopefully, Lyndon, we can circle back at the end of the show and come back to the Rock, Roman, Cody storyline because, wow, if not, we may have to have a special show later on.
Because somebody just turned into somebody's little, that day. It's like
back in the line, Cuzzo, back in the line.
It's like,
right, guys, we're going to take
a
break and we're going to come back with Worker Shoot. And this week's Worker Shoot is coming from Tommy Thomason.
So, all right.
Those of you that might be watching for the first time, Tommy's going to read us a paragraph or so of a story from professional wrestling or involving a professional wrestler, and we have to determine if it is real or if it's fake. But anyway, we'll be right back.
Gavin Ward can take care of your real estate needs, including loan closings, title searches, and deed preparation. Gavin also specializes in landlord-tenant matters and estate planning. Josh Miller has the experience and skills needed to handle your personal injury or wrongful death case, including car, truck, and motorcycle accidents. He will fight for you. If you're in debt and considering bankruptcy, Gavin and Josh will guide you through the bankruptcy process. 2 lawyers, 1 office for all your legal needs. Gavin Ward and Josh Miller. Call us today.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
Yo, it's Worker Shoot time?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just go. He appeared on us. I see a shadow coming. He's coming. But anyway, this week on Work and Shoot. So, everybody remembers Todd Gordon, right? He had Extreme Championship wrestling. Before it was Extreme, it was Eastern Championship Wrestling. Right.
Yeah.
So he was invited by a promoter in New Jersey to kind of do like an invasion angle. Well, Todd was going to bring a mystery wrestler in to wrestle for ECW at the time. He was going to put Kerry Von Erich in a mask and have him come down to the ring, and Woman was going to unmask him and show, hey, it's Kerry Von Erich. Well, Kerry was kind of inebriated.
What was
went
that?
and put the mask on, but went to the ring with a jacket and rhinestones on the back saying Kerry. So that is the question. Is that a work or was that a shoot?
Well, I personally don't need time to think about this, but we got another short commercial we're going to run, and then we're going to come back and get everybody's answer. Ramblers in the chat, let us know, work or shoot.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the mattress store. Good to have you here. Glad you're here. That's my card. Come on in. Come on. I know you guys want to get a mattress. Let me tell you what you need. You don't want a twin. You don't want a queen. You don't want a full. You want this one right here. This is the best one on the market. Now, you can't touch. No, don't touch it. This is the best one on the market. You have to take my word. Don't touch it, sir. No, that's okay. Just take my word for it. This is the best mattress. This is what you need right here. Don't ask me how much it costs. Just give me your credit card right now. No, don't talk amongst yourselves. Talk to me.
Not so fast!
This is Mattress by Appointment. We will let you try any mattress, anytime. 50 to 80% off retail, and we have payment plans available. Come see us.
And this one's going to be $3,000. This one's going to be $3,500. This one's $4,000. So price isn't important, right?
We can't afford that, baby.
Not so fast!
Those prices are ridiculous. We have payment plan options. You can take a mattress home for as little as $1.
Have you guys made up your mind yet? I mean, we're closing in like 2 more minutes.
I'm not sure. We need to discuss this.
Okay, what's there to discuss? You're gonna buy it or you're not?
Well, maybe we'll just come back tomorrow.
You can't come back tomorrow. We're closed tomorrow. Come on now, you guys. Oh!
Not so fast!
We're Mattress by Appointment. We have a flexible schedule. We're here when you need us to be here. We're Mattress by Appointment Beckley, locally owned and operated. We sell our mattresses new, 50 to 80% off retail, payment plans as low as $1 down, free local delivery. Call us for an appointment, 304-731-6067. We're located at 166 New River Town Center.
Captain Comfort and the saving squad. No!
You guys need a mattress, go down there and send my buddies. They'll take good care of you. I'm going to start with our buddies, Tommy, and come back to me. Justin, work or shoot?
I'm going to say it's a shoot. Very
Michael,
descriptive.
work or shoot? Mike Wills. Hello, Mike. Work or shoot?
Shoot.
Lyndon, work or shoot?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go work.
2 minutes to think about this, bruh. Work.
Work. I'm gonna go work.
Well, you'll be wrong because
I know. I probably will.
Said in the chat, this is a shoot. Tommy, am I right?
It was a shoot, and it was actually Kerry Von Erich's last match because he died a couple days later.
That's because he was
But
got
yeah,
hell because he did some dumb shit like that, and he just couldn't live with himself.
yep.
Oh, nobody's in the on-call because that was a sad part, man.
And look, Lennon, if you can't tell Tommy's poker face, I'm sorry, man.
I don't play poker though, because
Oh,
that's how you lose a lot of money.
fair enough.
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful
That's why I put
face.
it on the VR so nobody can read the face.
That's how Val Venus got his choppy chopped off.
No, PP.
Choppy choppy the pee
Don't
pee.
play poker.
He's the wrestler to get erased from WWE history.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice guy.
it's time for our weekly topic, which is who is the best on-screen couple of all time. And me being the producer of the show, I know everybody's answers before we get here, and I was very surprised to see that we did not all have the same answer. Ramblers in the chat, if you guys want to put your picks in the chat, we'll pull them in and talk about them while we are rambling. That being said, I'm going to start with Tommy Thomason and his pick for best on-screen couple of all time.
This has been probably mine and my grandmother's pick because she loved this couple back in the 80s, and they are actually married since 1973 and is still married to this day, and that's Jimmy Garvin and Precious.
And I like it a little bit, Tommy, but this is almost as bad of a pick as pick Daphne as best female wrestler ever.
What the heck?
All the choices in the world, and you got Jimmy Garvin and Precious.
Jimmy Garvin and Precious, man, that was awesome. She'd had the spray and spraying everybody's eyes, you know. It was cool.
Just popped in my head. I never thought about this before. Is Jimmy Garvin and Ronnie Garvin brothers?
Actually, Ronnie Garvin is Jimmy Garvin's stepdad.
Okay. Now the more you know.
That is a shoot, but they played brothers on TV during the NWA days. They tagged like they were brothers, but actually Ronnie married Jimmy's mom and then trained Jimmy how to wrestle.
After he trained his mom how to wrestle, you hear me?
Exactly, yeah. Pile driver, baby, pile driver.
Mike, does anybody want to tell Tommy how stupid he is for picking this pick?
Felicia says she.
Tommy's a sucker for love, is what it is. They're still together. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful pick, I think. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Baby, don't hurt me. Whatever. Michael Lee Wills, I'm going to you next, bud.
Yes, sir. I got to go with the classic, guys. You know, I'm older than all y'all, so this was when I was a teenager watching it. I got to go with Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. And you know,
I knew somebody was going to say that one.
Back then, I thought it was all kind of real to me, dang it. And then when I read more in later years about what was going on behind the scenes, you know, when they got married on screen, they had already divorced, but they went ahead and went on through with the story. You know, I don't want to make any references about, you know, art imitating life or whatever, but let's just say I really relate to that scenario. But yeah, Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth.
Ooh, yeah, the cream of the crop, the coffee in the coffee cup. Ooh, yeah.
And I just thought it was so cool when he asked her to marry her, and she went, "Ooh, yeah."
That's so cheesy. I'm not a fan of the moment if you can't tell. Jimmy Garvin and Precious. Randy Savage and Elizabeth was better, but that's still, you're not quite there yet. You guys had some good choices. Well, let me rephrase that. Mike, you had a good choice, but Justin, next, buddy, what do you got?
So I expected somebody, I think Lyndon said it a minute ago, a Macho and Elizabeth pick, so I wanted to be a little bit different, switch it up, and that's a great pick from Mike. I can't pick Michael Lee Wills and Megan the Champion Wills. I can't pick them.
No.
Okay.
The,
All right. Well,
or,
my
Why would you?
my greatest on-screen duo would be Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I remember, I think I was in like third or fourth grade when the tests, when they had the angle she was going to get married to Test, but Triple H, roofies her drink or whatever and takes her to the
After
little
they get married
chapel.
in Vegas.
Yeah, on the strip, and that really messed with me as like a 9-year-old kid for several days. So all these years later, I have to say, that's my favorite on-screen couple, mainly because too look at what they've done off-screen. Triple H's success, they're still together, thankfully, and I mean the career has definitely pole vaulted to the top. But this is my iconic duo, the couple.
oh, Triple H did some pole vaulting, all right.
And I
Roster.
mean, can we just say for a minute, Stephanie is much, much, much more beautiful than Triple H. Triple H is a hideous man with that long hair, especially.
I don't know.
But
Which is a sexy beast.
I mean, he's okay shaved, I believe, with the shaved head. But
I heard if
that
you
long hair, I thought about
shave your
Triple H also, but
I heard if you shave your Triple H, it makes it look bigger. Lyndon, what do you next, buddy? Who's your pick?
Well, my pick, I came between two, but I had to go with, even though they've made an impression on me, but I had to go with the iconic duo as well in Trips and Stephanie. I mean, like you got to look at everything that they've done within WWE. I mean, from being the McMahon Helmsley, just running stuff, and even now, like both of them still in this business. Uh, so and Hunter, changing the game of this business way far different than Vince. So I always got to stick to the original, so definitely had to stick with Trips and Steph.
I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. My computer is acting up over here. It's like it's loading, but it's not loading. I assume we're still live. If we're not,
Yeah, we're still alive.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're
I had to
still
come
live.
back in because I froze up. It's just wild.
well, I cannot pull mine up on the screen until I unfreeze over here. And let me see over here. Let's see. Nope, it's still acting like a fool. Lyndon's not even pulling up. There he goes. Let's see if we can get his graphic on the screen now. Oh Lord, it acting a fool.
Technical
You got
difficulties.
on here. Ooh.
Anytime we get to 50, 45, 50 minutes, it starts acting up. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine out. I put it on the screen. I don't know if it's going to load or not. But Justin, Lyndon, good job, boys. You guys picked the correct choice this week. Triple H and Stephanie is the only answer. Damn sure
Look at that.
precious, Tommy.
What the heck?
Sorry.
Hey, I did tell you
They're
though. I
still
did tell you,
married.
Dom Dom and Mommy was a close second.
Mommy.
And a
'Cause, I
sleep.
mean,
I like
more
it.
iconic? Is there a more iconic duo than Steph and Hunter?
There's really not. I mean, considering how long they were on TV and what they did to the business, and they traumatized poor Justin. I mean,
I
I
admit I
think a lot
still
of us got traumatized by it.
so let's.
It's a lot better guesses than what Jeff Baker.
What Baker say? Oh, Tommy done froze up again.
It's probably his battery for his computer
Wait,
again.
He's still there.
Okay. So let's go ahead and circle back, Lyndon.
That said no internet connection.
Okay, there's Tommy. We got about 5 minutes. I know you were wanting to discuss The Rock turning heel and the whole Cody Angle and all that. The floor is yours, my friend. Take it away. And now Lyndon is froze. How is that? No, there he is.
I'm here.
Okay, well, floor's yours, buddy. Go ahead.
For what we're talking about?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Froze for a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Rock, Cody, Seth, that whole storyline.
Bruh, that whole man. Let me tell you something. My highlight here is my highlight. Like, granted, Rock slapping Cody was expected, right? My whole highlight was Seth. Soon as that slap happens, this man Seth like he goes up to push the Rock like, bro, what you doing? Bro, I was laughing. I'm like, oh, Seth done went like, bro, I don't care who you are. You slap him. I don't care if you not hit me, but you ain't gonna do that to my old boy. Like, you ain't finna do that. That when I'm out here. No.
Seth, how about the line last on Raw where he said he's going to be Cody's shield against the Bloodline? That's good stuff.
Hey, it's good stuff. Because even with Roman, I'm like, well, even when that happened, I'm like, well, Roman quickly fell in line behind the High Chief Rock. I'm like, you tell everybody else to fall in line and look at you falling behind the Rock, following him around.
He did
tribal chief you.
He did not. Like, okay. To quote The Rock, he knew his role. He's like, okay, this is his show now. I'm just along for the ride. And of course, that's smart. Like you mentioned earlier, they kind of booked himself into the corner. They didn't have many options.
Because it's like you had to correct what you like. Literally, it's like how do you do it?
Surface though, Lyndon. I've been back and forth in my brain about this. Is that the case? Because obviously we've been wanting The Rock and Cody or Rock and Roman for years.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, we couldn't get it because of what Rock's schedule, COVID, what else. Okay, so we fast forward 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble. The Rock shows up, whips ass, talks about having dinner, says maybe he should sit the
head at the table.
Okay, so at that point they're like, okay. I mean, this is what is making me crazy. At that point there, they obviously knew, or we think they knew, they wanted Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. Okay? But you still have Cody win the Royal Rumble. So that makes me wonder if this has been the plan in place for a while. Exactly what they are doing is what they had planned to begin with.
And that's why I think it's like, I think because ever since Mania last year, we all knew like, okay, cool. Cody's not done, out of the picture of chasing that title.
Next year.
Because his father said, the whole part of the story is chasing the gold, and once you get it, it's like, that's it, right? So and what happened was, so that when Cody did that promo and saying he's not going to do everything to take it from Roman at Mania, I'm just like, wait, hold up, pause, wait, whoa, what? What you mean you're not going to do it at Mania, bruh? What you talking about? And then when Rock came out, and I'm like, I know, Hunter, please tell me, dude, no, no, don't do this. And I think
they're definitely taking us for a ride right now, and I'm here for it.
Because, bro, and I really feel like, Hunter has always listened to the WWE universe. Like, he's always listened to them like, okay, if they don't like that, then why do we need to do it? Like, why are we doing this? Which is why I said, come to the press conference, I'm like, so they basically had to work themselves into a shoot to get out what they did, like, the week prior.
Allegedly, like I said, it's impossible.
Because how else were they going to get out of it?
It's not impossible to think, or what I'm thinking is not impossible, that they have planned this from the beginning. Because they obviously knew that there was going to be backlash weeks before the Royal Rumble. Because The Rock had already come in and said the whole thing, which everybody was here for. But I'm sure that Triple H and Creative didn't say, well, let's have Cody win the Rumble and then he's going to face Seth. No, at that time, Cody was going to face Roman. Seth was going to face...
Because he even pointed out Roman at the end of the Rumble.
That's why I keep...
He pointed to Roman.
That's why I keep going back to Lyndon. I really think within my soul, deep down in my plums, I think this is the plan from the jump. I think this is exactly. I think they are smart enough as writers, bookers, however you want to word it, to be able to take us on this journey, and this wonderful possibility of a storyline just fell in their place. Obviously, it wouldn't have happened if The Rock didn't want to play ball, but obviously, The Rock's here for it, and I have not been this excited. And my boys, my teenage boys, have been cracking me up. They've been getting pissed off every show because they're only giving us little sprinkles. And they're like, we still don't know what's going on. We still don't know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's the ride, baby.
Because if you think about it, because if you really think about it, they're really playing a long game building up between having that match between Rock and Roman. They're playing a long game here.
Yeah, because for a brief moment, it was Roman versus The Rock. Okay? Now it has been plastered. It is Cody versus Roman. But they're not done yet. Rock's going to have something to say. And Triple H's promo on SmackDown last week,
Which is Friday, which this Friday is like Rock and Roman are going to be there. So it's
gonna
like.
be there. They going to be there.
So
this boy right
this
here.
is like layered. It's layered. There's layers to this, is what they're doing. Like, there's like so many layers happening. Like, okay, so what's finna happen Friday? Like, is Seth coming over to back up Cody on Friday on SmackDown
And you know, there's
and
the whole
bring Jay Uso with him?
there's the whole possibility that's being tossed around a tag match at the Chamber: Roman and Rock versus Cody and Seth.
But Seth is not. But Seth said he wouldn't be fully ready to go until Mania.
Bro,
That's why I'm just like, I don't think they can have the match. But if they did,
you see him dancing last night. He's closer to what you think, I promise.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm thinking, it's like I mean, it could happen, but you gonna have Cody working almost like the whole entire match.
That's what, like you mentioned earlier. Somebody mentioned, I think it was Mike maybe. They want Cody to get his ass beat. They want him to be that underdog. They want him to be that white meat babyface that's chasing the brass ring. They can't quite get to it. If they do that, I want to see Cody Rhodes take the pinfall in that tag match. That would make it so much better. Like, oh, damn, he can't do it. They're too much for him. Him and Seth couldn't get the job done. The Bloodline's too much. Oh, I love wrestling. I'm so excited right now. Sorry.
I can tell.
Justin, Mike, sorry guys. Tommy, you was off to the wayside there for a minute. Mike, you guys want to touch on this? Me and Lynn have been jawing off for almost 10 minutes now.
I mean, hey, it's interesting.
I agree.
It's just interesting.
I agree. I'll concede to Mike over here. It has been a great ride. Heyman's involved with Triple H and The Rock and all these guys, so you know it's going to be a wild, exciting ride, which it has been so far.
Mike?
I like where it's all going because for the first time in a long time, it's unpredictable to me. I don't really know how the story is going to pan out. I don't know how the story ends. I mean, if you want to follow that, finish the story motif.
Hang on.
You know, so it's making me come out and yeah.
How about real quick? The story ends when Cody Rhodes finishes the story. That's the only way you can finish this damn story. If Cody Rhodes don't get the belt at WrestleMania, that place is going to riot.
Yeah. And Philly fans will riot. We have seen it before. And that is, honest to gosh, the craziest crowd I've ever filmed with was the people in Philadelphia at 2200 Arena at the ECW Arena. They're crazy, man. They're crazy. And you know the hat guy will be there. They're crazy.
I'm still hoping they tie in ECW in some way there, whether it be Paul Heyman going into the Hall of Fame or maybe some other ECW wrestlers going into the Hall of Fame. Something. Some way they got to tie them in.
Tommy Dreamer or somebody, you know, Tommy Dreamer had, well, of course, he's still with TNA, though, isn't he? I mean, Sandman. I mean, there's a lot of guys right there that you could say.
We'll bring Scotty Flamingo in. He can take out Reigns.
Scotty Flamingo. He's a cool guy.
Guys, we're taking another week off. We try to go every other week here on the Royal Ramble. Next week, we are not going to be here. We're going to let the storyline cook for a couple weeks.
It's gonna be cooking.
Intervene and discuss. In 2 weeks, when we come back, we are going to have Clay Williamson, the owner of Retro Reset Wrestling, on the show. He's going to be on here talking about their upcoming show on March 9th at the Crossroads Mall. Excited to have him on. He's a good in Lexington last night, about 2 rows back. He was on Raw last night. I was like, I know that guy. It was nice to see him on there. But anyway, when we come back in 2 weeks,
We played softball with that guy.
we did. We played. He's not a great runner. He runs worse than Tommy does, but he tried real good.
I think he could probably beat me now. So
I ain't running. Usually if I'm running, you better run too, because something bad going on behind me. But anyway, February 27th, 2 weeks from today, we will be back on the air and
After Elimination Chamber. Nice.
after Elimination Chamber. Yep, because Elimination Chamber is not this Saturday.
23rd, 20. Oh yeah, who's gonna be up at 5 a.m. watching that ish?
My boys said they are. I ain't going to.
Bruh, I'm gonna be about to get off of work and I'm gonna be like, am I really? Like, bro.
Yeah, usually it's gonna
That ish coming on. That ish coming on at 5 a.m. and I'm like, why WWE?
Now,
Why?
is that a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning?
Saturday.
That's a Saturday morning. Like
Okay,
at 5 a.m. I'm just like, bro. Now y'all acting like New Japan and all they shows. Like, bro.
I'll
Why?
be snoozing.
And New Japan shows start at like 4 a.m. So it's like,
yeah,
WWE just going at 5 a.m. from Perth, Australia. Like, that ain't nothing.
Anywho, just one.
Wrestle Kingdom, baby.
I feel like this is going to be a fun little topic. When we come back on the 27th of February, 2 weeks from tonight, we will be discussing what was the best individual pay-per-view right before WrestleMania. There's always the road to WrestleMania, if you will. And I'm not talking about you can't just say the Elimination Chamber. I want a year of the reason why you're picking that particular show going to WrestleMania. That way there's no confusion. Hopefully everybody understands what I'm talking about.
I already got the match picked out. And from what pay-per-view? I already got it.
Ready to go, huh?
I already got mine, bro.
I was,
and it's one of the pay-per-views that's on there too. I just ain't gonna tell you which one.
well, these three are typically the ones that there may have been one or two other ones, but these are usually the three that we use.
But I got mine ready to go.
The Vince McMahon graphic, No Way Out. I figured I'd leave it off because of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Hicks, you got any final thoughts, buddy?
No, I do not. Just be kind, love yourselves and each other. Again, the old Springer adage.
I actually stole that tagline at all of my shows. That's how I end the night: is take care of yourself, take care of each other. And bottom line, that's what we all should do every day.
That's right.
You should even take care of the people that pick dumbass answers like Daphne and Precious and Jimmy Garvin. We got to take care of each other.
My baby. Oh, I can't.
Tommy Thomason, do you got any final thoughts there, bud?
I think I'm going to hand the phone here to Felicia and let her have my final thoughts because she's fussing at me at my pick too. But
she knows this.
Do what now?
She knows just like we do. It's a dumbass pick, but we forgive you.
Yeah, that's okay. Now we get to look. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here, and yeah, I love you, honey.
Oh God.
Got
another couple we got to worry about on the ramble now. Speaking of couples, Mike, you been taking care of that champ over there, buddy?
Oh, absolutely. She's in the room right now. She's taking care of some some business. But yeah, it's a day early, but I want to wish her and a very happy Valentine's Day. And personally, I'm looking forward to the gifts that she's going to be receiving tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
I got like 500 things I could say right now, but I'm not going to because the champ. I'm going to behave.
Yeah.
Why start now?
That's you. I don't like it. It's just just.
Oh my goodness!
Wrestling for who has Michael Lee
Here we
Wilson?
go.
Stand
I've already
up.
got.
Stand on business, bruh. That's what you need to be doing, Michael Lee Wilson. Stand on business, bruh. I think you heard me when I
Lyndon,
said
I believe
it
the
there,
champ.
Oh,
No.
And I know she heard me when I said it.
No. When, the champ has something to say.
Lyndon is
What you got to say?
not used to having strong men.
Can you hear? Can y'all hear the champ?
I'm not used to what?
These men, Lyndon, are not used to having strong women leading.
Was y'all able to hear that?
Okay, I'll let you. I'll get back to you after Elimination Chamber on that comment. Don't worry, I got something saved up for your ass. Oh, respectfully, champ. Respectfully, I got something saved up.
That's what I thought.
You ain't think nothing yet.
Stop it.
Why are y'all afraid? Y'all afraid to stand your own ground? Get up out of here. She's just a champion. That's it.
Oh,
Champion.
Who gets all in trouble? Shut up.
What? I'm what? What?
Get us all.
No. Dude, come on. Really? Are you afraid, John Covey Cole?
I do like being on the ramble. I would like to be able to sit here, 2 weeks from now, guys. So come on, be respectful of the champ, okay?
I said with all due respect. So I'm still respecting her.
I know.
Lyndon, you got any final thoughts? That's not disrespectful?
No, I'm saving that for Elimination Chamber. But I will say this, because I think I shared this with you guys. And I hope the chat heard about this news with, most knew him when he was playing in the NFL for the Chicago Bears as Stephen McMichaels. And in WCW, we know him as Mongo. Finally, he was inducted and a finalist for the Hall of Fame in the NFL.
Good
on your football resume, Steve McMichaels, but your wrestling sucked the donkey cock. I'm just saying.
But still, he's in the NFL Hall of Fame. Gonna be inducted. So
Yeah. Good on you. I think he's just dealt with a bout of cancer. I think he's still going through it. I don't know.
ALS. Yeah, he got diagnosed with ALS.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what he's fighting.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a good thing, Lyndon, that they put him in beforehand, so he gets to he at least.
I mean, the dude can finally rest. The dude can finally rest, like at this point, because if you're a football player, like the Hall of Fame is like what you want to get into, and that's what you want. And now Mans can finally rest. Like, dude, you're making it in. Like, you can rest.
Yep.
So.
Well, I don't have. As like I said, see you guys in 2 weeks. We're going to be discussing what is the best individual pay-per-view right before WrestleMania. We're going to have Clay Williamson on, the owner of Retro Reset Wrestling, to talk about their upcoming show on March 9th at the Crossroads Mall. We're going to have a lot of fun, and Tommy's probably going to hit us with some damn house show or something before Mania or something. I don't know what he's going to do.
I'm going to hit him with the house show.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Nothing surprises me, you, Tommy. All right, guys.
You saying in your house or the house show nobody films?
What's that, Tommy?
You mean in your house or a house show that nobody films?
A house show that nobody films.
No. People feel that house shows get filmed just on other people's cameras that get posted online.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the house shows do get filmed.
That's true. I hate we got to leave. Our buddy Kenny Dunn has finally made it over. He said, check out Lyndon's son, like Bobby. I don't know what he's talking
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
about. Kenny, you're late, bro. We're getting out of here now. We started at 7. We'll be back in 2 weeks, so hopefully you can catch us in. It's already 15 after, guys. I'm missing NXT. You guys know how much I love NXT. So I got to go.
Do you? Do you really?
No, I don't. All right, guys, we're gone. For Justin Hicks, Michael Lee Wills, Tommy Thompson, Lyndon Childress, the Royal Ramble champion, Megan Wills. I'm your host, your pretty host, John Kevin Cole. Until next time, guys, ramble on.
Ramble on.